Hello, hello! Hello all. My name is CCNeverender, and I'm here with my cohort, my co-commentator.
Hi, my name is CJ, it's all good.
Yeah, and we both run Pokemon Snap, and it's an interesting little speed game here, so hope you guys enjoy. We'll go ahead and get started here in a minute. Let me go ahead and reset the console.
It's a fun little jaunt, a little foyer into the speedrunning culture of Pokemon.
I apologize in advance if I don't sound too great. I am a little under the weather, and my voice sounds a little gravelly, and I cough a little bit, so sorry in advance. I'm going to keep it to a minimum, and not cough into the microphone, so alright. I'm ready to go, so let me get you a countdown. That's going to be in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright.
Alright, so just some basic tech smashing. Gonna get through Oak's little spiel, get right into the action, get on the beach.
Yeah. So, in case you aren't aware, Pokemon Snap is a video game where you take pictures of Pokemon. It's more or less an on-rails shooter, except shooting bullets, you shoot pictures.
Yeah, so our goal is to get as many points as possible with as few pictures as possible, while also maintaining our speed. So right at the beginning there, you saw CC locked forward, he zoomed in, and that's going to keep his speed and let him look in any direction. If you were to zoom in while looking side to side or behind him, good Butterfree by the way, he would go considerably slower.
Yep. So, what you'll see a lot in this run is that we do a lot of lag reduction. Well, I guess to further explain what we're talking about, we take pictures of Pokemon, and then Professor Oak gives us a score, and then we unlock new stages, and we unlock new items that help us do new things inside those stages. And so we have to meet specific point goals. So by taking good pictures, we can get all of those goals in like one pass through. And sometimes we have strategies that let us exit stages faster, which means that we can keep going faster. It's kind of funny because unlike most speed games where it's like if you miss a trick, you immediately lose time. In Snap, a lot of times you'll miss a trick, and then you'll have to wait, like 5 minutes later it's going to show up as like a few seconds or like a big time loss.
RNG Butterfree over there, you hate to see it. We also play on the Japanese version of the game because there's fewer and faster text boxes. There are some speed optimizations in the English version, but ultimately the Japanese version saves about 20 seconds.
Alright,
Just
so
getting out of...
menuing is really important in this game. So we know exactly which pictures that we're taking, and because of that we know exactly how to menu through the selection screen. Because if you have to like wobble back and forth, like I don't know if I want this one or this one or this one, you know, it just makes it faster if we can just clearly go through the list and pick exactly what we need to. Oh man, look at that, good scores.
Yeah, great scores. On the English version, these pictures clear the screen faster. Not bad points either. So CC's gonna do a trick where he's gonna take a really early picture of Electrode here, so that he can get early apples. So
yeah.
Just gonna turn, get a picture
so
of Electrode.
We need 24,000 points to get Electrode. I left Beach with 23k, which means that I have the ability to get a 1,500 point picture, and get those 24k points, and that gives me the apple. And so this is gonna let me leave the stage in the separate path that unlocks the new stage. So I would need to have apples by the end of this stage in order to progress. So being able to get out faster, and get those apples and then come back means that I can keep going faster. It's one of those little like speed optimizations because otherwise I would have to take more pictures inside the level to get those points and then leave after that. So it's one of the few ways that we really save time is by maximizing our points so that we don't have to get as many points later to meet our goals.
Nice Kakuna. Zubat can be a little mean here. It's hard to get a red dot because he's kind of all jittery and glittery. Oh, you did get a red dot.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you get a picture that's directly centered, the little red dot shows up, and it shows like the picture or the name, sorry, on the bottom. So that's what we call a red dot picture. Red dot is important for a few reasons. One, it means that you got a centered picture, which is good. But the other thing is that there's something called photo trigger events. Essentially, by taking a red dot picture, the game activates a new thing. So, like here, Diglett is going to spawn in the next location. If I miss the red dot picture here, then it doesn't count, and he'll reset his like movement. He'll go back to the start. So I need to make sure I get all these red dot pictures here, so that we can get a Doug trio to spawn, and that's gonna be important. Boom.
So the end of the level. This is called magnets. So he's got to get Magnemite. He's got to get a good picture of Magnemite and Magneton. Ideally, he's going to get the two Magnemites in the back to start joining into Magneton, while getting the first one closer. And also, it's going to form into Magneton while Electrode is going off to trigger the entrance to Volcano cutscene. It was a mouthful. Yeah.
I was really careful there, because if you activate Electrode too soon and you don't get Magneton set up, it's a big setback. So for a marathon, I was just going to be a little safer. But still, that was pretty fast.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Better than my magnets.
Alright, let's see how the Zubat looks. Not bad.
Really good menuing.
Yo, Squidbird, what's going on? Also, shout out to Shuli and Merit Bo Peep out here. Hope y'all are doing well. Hell yeah,
I
brother.
didn't catch the score on that.
56, I believe. Oh, sorry, on Zubat. Yeah.
Oh, 56. Yeah, good points. Yeah, really solid points going into the third stage or volcano. There's a little texture setup you can use on the ground to throw an apple, so that Rapidash stops and you can take a picture of its butt. So coming up here, there's a little island off to the left where there's going to be a Magmar and a Charmander. There's a little bit of RNG involved, and where I think they start in the same place and they move around.
Maybe. It depends on where they spawn in. I actually don't know if that's how that works, but yeah.
Yeah. So he's got to try and get a good picture of Charmander, get a good picture of Magmar. The best time to get a picture of Magmar is when it's killing Charmander.
Well,
and then Charmander's going to evolve into Charmander.
that didn't turn out so well. We'll survive.
Yeah, there is more Charmander up here on this ridge. So that's a viable backup.
So normally we can get a faster picture of Moltres, but because I really messed up that Charmander, I'm kind of scared that I'm not going to have enough points for this next section. So I'm just going to take a slightly slower picture to make sure I get enough points.
Yeah, it's a good safety, good backup. It's not the latest picture you can take of Moltres. If you wait for Moltres to fully extend its wings, it's like another 1,000 more. So that picture of Moltres would be poseless.
Yeah, I actually didn't need to do that one. I'm like 4,000 points ahead, and that was a 2,000 point buffer. So I'm actually like super good on points, but now we know.
So we're gonna do early Pester Balls. He's gonna take a picture of the riverbank and immediately back out. This counts as a picture of Poliwag. You can just barely see it. Oak's not that picky. So that counts as a picture of Poliwag. We'll take it. And he's going to be able to get the Pester Balls and go right back into River. So just like in Tunnel he needed the apples to get to Volcano, he needs the Pester Balls to open up Cave.
And one thing to note is that even though we got a really bad picture of Poliwag, it's fine. We really need 40 unique pictures of Pokemon in order to get into the last stage. So because of that, Some Pokemon that we get are going to be low scores, but as long as we have 40 unique ones, then we're fine. We can still make the 130,000 points pretty easily, without the other, without all the pictures being amazing quality, So it's all good. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Shout out to Squidbird. I saw he was in the chat. This is his little.
Oh yeah, that's it. He came up with that little setup there. It's pretty fancy.
Yeah, setting up Slowbro, it does a little yeah, and then he kind of gets into the position to become Slowbro. And you can do the same thing with the other Slowpoke over there. Fun fact, that little Shelder, when it's coming down and it kind of turns into the cone, that also counts as a picture of Shelder. So you don't have to mess around with like the floating ones or whatever. You can just get that one. It's a really good picture.
Yeah. So I'm a little scared that the Shelder picture I took is like a frame late, in which it would not count as a Shelder picture. It's happened to me before if you take it like really late, like frame perfect late. So I'm just grabbing an extra one just in case, so I don't screw myself here.
These Metapod usually stop him, by the way, but if you're all the way to the left, they won't bother you. And also Cloyster. So the RNG killer in this run is Cloyster. We need a Cloyster to get to that 40 Pokemon threshold. Cloyster can spawn in 3 places in this little river. We did get a second Cloyster. There you go.
Okay. So I got Cloyster, which is good. Yeah. So not getting Cloyster is a guaranteed 40-second time loss, because we have to get that 40th picture in Cave. We have to wait a long time to get that 40th picture. So being able to get a Cloyster, or getting a Cloyster, means that it's just way faster that way. So
yeah. So the alternative is you have to get Jinx, and Jinx is way farther into the level, and you have to do something similar like you do with Poliwag, where you take a picture of the wall. Oh, it did work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right. It would have, if it was a frame later, it would have been pretty bad.
Yeah. It's happened to me on a really good run.
I forget what marathon it was. I saw Drogi get 4th Cloyster during a marathon.
Did he really? That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and it's really hard because there's technically a 4th Cloyster spawn that you can get, but it's past the trigger to enter Cave, so you have to do some really slick shooting. You have to throw it, and then hopefully the Cloyster will come out.
Yeah, it's a very tight window to do that, and you also lose a bunch of time anyways. But it's faster than getting Jinx. So for a marathon setting, it's like YOLO, right? Might as well try.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely do or die. CC talked about red dot event pictures earlier, and so this little Grimer off to the left is an example of that. If you take a red dot picture of this Grimer in the first room, it'll spawn a Grimer right as you enter the second room.
Yep,
which lets you get a way better picture of Grimer and a way better picture of Muk.
Yep.
This room also has a lot of lag in it because of the Bulbasaurs and the Dittos, so whenever possible, we're just going to look at the ground.
Yeah. I think I mentioned it earlier, but we do a lot of lag reduction because there's a lot of downtime in between pictures, and the N64 can be a little chuggy. You know, it can start getting a little heavy on the frames if too much stuff is going on screen. So we go ahead and just try to reduce whatever is on screen whenever we can. If we don't need to be looking at anything, we usually do that.
So he didn't get it here, but what he was trying to do is he was trying to knock Weepinbell into this little pool. That'll trigger the evolution for Victory Bell, and it'll let him leave Cave just a little bit sooner. It's one of the reasons that Jinx is guaranteed to lose you time, because A, you can't do that trick, and then you have to wait. You have to go all the way around the pool, so it's like an extra 20 seconds on top of that. So runners that have Jinx percent in their PB, if they do if they have Weepinbell Snipe in their PB and they don't get it, it's like almost like what's it, 10 or 20 seconds?
It's like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's really brutal. And we're gonna see how he's doing on points here.
Okay, so I have my 130,000 points that I need. I actually have more than that. I have 131,000. So I am set for points. I just need to make it to the end of the stage. So we have quite a bit of time here to just hang out.
Yep. So, if you don't get 130, he's gonna drift to the right. By the way, it saves like 4 seconds. If you don't get 130,000 points, Valley just happens to have like 16 Pokemon in it that you can also get pictures of. But every picture you submit takes about 4 seconds.
Yep.
So you do bleed time if like you need a 1-picture Valley. You got to take the picture of the sign and a Pokemon. That's 4 seconds. 2 pictures would be 8 seconds, and so on and so forth. So
it's a good place to save time, especially for new runners. It's like the less pictures you need in Valley, it's just gonna start cutting off time with that. So, but yeah. So this is a 3-minute break in the run. You know, if you really need to go to the bathroom real fast, you could probably make a run for it right now.
If you need to go to the bathroom real slow, you'd probably also still make it back.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we got a little bit of time here. So we're going to go down this waterfall, hang out over here, down another waterfall, and then hang out by Dragonite.
There are a couple little things. I mean, at the end here, he's going to do a thing called Mankey Snipe. When you knock Mankey off of his little mountain here, he's going to fall down, and you have to hit him with a Pester Ball or an apple to get him to land on this button to open up signs for you. You can start throwing things basically once you get to this little ridge. So he's going to try and throw an apple over the little ridge, hit Mankey, and that will trigger the little cutscene where he falls over, and that'll let you cut right to the end where you go through signs. Go to unlock signs.
Yeah.
I think it's called the Hidden Village or something like that.
Alright. So we're going to go Squirtle bowling real fast. Boom. Knock down Mankey. Now that Mankey's down here hanging out, we're going to go ahead and do a little setup here. This should work. If not. Oh. Mewtwo is not in this game. And I did not do a very good setup. I think I aimed too hard.
Yeah, a little high. But, you know, not a lot of time loss. He did have 0 picks, so...
Yeah, Mew is in this game, but not Mewtwo. Mewtwo is a sign, so he's like a star constellation, but that's about it. Alright, let's got some mashing here.
He's here in spirit.
Alright.
Alright, good mashing.
Don't need any extra pictures. Gonna do that. Alright. We're going to unlock 2 things right here. So, we're going to unlock the boost engine. The boost engine lets us go fast. So now, you know, unlike previously, we can actually just like, it's like 3 times faster. We just start blazing through the levels. And the reason we need to do this is because when we talk to Professor Oak in his little shack out there, he describes that there's these Pokemon signs all throughout the game. And they're like, you know, geological formations that look like Pokemon. And so now we can go take a picture of all those. We took the picture of Doug Trio on Valley, and now we're taking a picture of Mewtwo here in Cave. But we have to go back through every stage. And so here in the process, going back through every stage, we have our boost engine. Makes the process a lot easier. We also just unlocked the Pokeflute. Specifically, the Pokeflute lets us do a couple of other signs as well. It also lets us get a few extra Pokemon. But we don't really need any more Pokemon now. We don't have any more goals to hit. Also, Hitmonlee is not in this game, no.
Vileplume's smoke actually has a lot of lag, so looking back behind you, and not looking at the smoke will save him a lot of time. Yeah.
No, there's only 63 Pokemon in the game. In this game, sorry. Yeah. So not even, like, barely over a third. That's not gonna work. Alright. There's a really fast way to do that sign if you throw a Pester Ball at the right time.
Nice safe call. Not bad.
Alright, got 2 more signs left.
So yeah, Tunnel Sign is probably the most difficult. you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna blaze through the level with the boost engine. There's this Electabuzz and this Electrode kind of in your way, so he's gonna do this thing where he runs at the hill, drag, boost against the hill, hit the Electabuzz with an apple. Then he's gonna throw an apple at the Pikachu in the room, get it going so it goes to the egg. That's gonna start the process for the sign to show up. You have to turn the power on. And the cool thing, my favorite part about this trick, is that once the flute stops, you can take the picture of the sign.
Almost perfect.
Yeah, which is really good. That's really frustrating because it actually flickers, so you can miss it.
Yeah, get real careful. And last but not least, we got a beach sign coming up here. Gonna do some lag reduction, and signs right here. Super easy.
Most people don't do the lag reduction. It always drives me crazy. It doesn't lose you a lot of time, but it's like, come on.
Somebody's rating. Let's go.
Alright, so now that he's got all of the Pokemon signs, he's gonna go back to Oak. Oak's gonna have this grand revelation about the Rainbow Cloud, and that will let us enter the Mew fight. So, Mew stands between us and the end of the game. You have to get a picture of Mew and submit it to Oak. He's got two phases. One is this little blue ball, where he's gonna go side to side and kind of juke you. His pattern is random, and he has random spawns, so it's really frustrating and difficult to practice.
Ooh, nice.
And then his next phase is this yellow ball, where he comes directly at you. That was a really good one. Just saw that, the snipe there.
I'm gonna predict he's gonna be on the left. Hey, what'd I tell you? He'd be either the left or the right side, and I just happened to get the right one. Saves a smidge amount of time.
That was a little close.
All right, coming up on time. That's a 21:19.
It's really good.
It's not bad. Not bad at all for a marathon.
Yeah, it's way better than my PB.
But yeah, so there we go.
GG. Sorry, I slightly missed time, but I'm currently in the process of correcting the timer. There we go.
It's all good. 21:19, 21:20, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
So
that's quite far in the estimate for a run of this length, actually.
Is it? What did I put it? 23 minutes?
That's like going 3 minutes underestimated by in an hour game, so you know.
Okay, that's fair. Snap is kind of different in that, like, because it's an auto scroller, a lot of the time it's kind of like it's like always going to be the same. So anywhere between like 21 minutes and 22 minutes is like pretty easy to get. So, but yeah. Anyways, yeah,
we're a little bit ahead. So in case you want to like talk about anything, or even show off something quickly, like for 1 or 2 minutes or something.
Do I want to show off anything? I don't think so, but I guess I could talk about it. So, we are going to be hosting a Pokemon Snap tournament pretty soon. It's to be raising money for our own little charity drive that we're doing.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I don't want to plug it too much in the middle of your charity drive, but just
nah, it's all good. It's all good.
As a quick aside, Shuli91 here, who's in the chat, she recently had back surgery, and her medical bills are piling up, and she can't work. So her husband is like, her fiance is able to pay the bills, but it's like not enough to pay the medical bills. So we're helping her raise money. So yeah,
we love all of our charity speedruns. So
that's right. So
yeah.
we're raising money for that.
Yeah.
This is so. I want to ask you more questions about this. It's Go Rescue, right? That's the name of the charity that you guys are running for?
Yes, that is the name of the charity. It's a no-kill dog shelter in Norfolk, which is it was in the I used to it was previously in another place that I just forgot about, and when they moved to Norfolk, one of the many reasons they were able to, like, basically what happened is they got kicked out of their lease, which, by the way, first of all, who the hell does that? But let's not talk about that. And pretty much the only reason we were able to, like, actually get a new place is because of the many charity drives for Go Rescue on Tiltify. Like, Tiltify added them, and they just got so much additional money. So
well, that's good.
We're proud to be a small part of that, just a small part of being able to continue that shelter.
That's good, man.
And yeah, they help homeless, you know, dogs find new owners, all that beautiful stuff.
That's good. We need more of that. So
absolutely. Save the animals in real life.
Save the animals. That's right. So you guys go ahead and donate to that. It's a good cause.
Yep.
It's a real good cause out there. Yep. So, okay. Well, I think that's my time. Thanks all for watching. You can, if you guys want to learn more about Pokemon Snap, like I said, we're doing a tournament. I don't have a specific date yet. It's all kind of in limbo. But it's coming up soon, probably in this month or next month, and should be done on my channel. We have tons of guides and things like that if you want to learn how to run Pokemon Snap. It's super easy to get into. Marit Bo Peep actually just started running like 3 or 4 days ago, and she's already moved up the leaderboard quite a bit. So she's really latched onto it, and she's doing a great job. So you can ask her. But you know, we got lots of guides and stuff. It's really easy to get into, and it's really fun and entertaining run to master. So if you guys are interested, check it out. But yeah.
Alright, that was an amazing run by CCNeverender. But yeah, coming up we have your boy yourself, the person talking into the mic right now. It's F George, it's me. I'm going to be doing my own run. I'm going to be doing Beyblade G Revolution. And in case you've never heard of this game, you're in for a treat. You're in definitely for a treat. And I will stick. I was thinking about if I was going to use Facecam or not. Since the previous one we used Facecam, F it, we'll do it. First ever Facecam I'll be doing on a marathon setting. Unless, okay, well, technically, yeah. And, I'll be setting up that as short as possible. I guess we'll start early again, because Beyblade can go a little bit wrong, so I'll set that up as soon as possible, and everyone get hyped for that. So, see you for that in a bit.